The Whitepeak Red Squigs take on the Espernon Enchanters in our opening game of the show. And this is the first time these two teams will face each other. Victory for the Wood Elves will pretty likely be enough to see them retain their Elite Division status for another season. They're sort of in and around that bottom part of the table, but have never fully been at threat of the drop. They kind of get a win whenever they might need one, and that sort of thing.
Well, they were actually in relegation zone in like round 3-4 before they faced the Desperados. And after that game, they started racking up points. They are now at 8.
Yes.
According to the standings. 8 is not saved, but it's not a bad situation either.
Yeah, the Steelers got relegated with 8 points last season. The Bozos and the Deckhands stayed up with 9. So, you know, we've only got one season's worth of data, but 9 was enough to survive last season. 1 point might be enough for the Red Squigs, but it might not. So another win would be very handy for them. The Enchanters must win if they want to retain any ambitions on winning the ZFL Championship. Mark Bielsik's team have taken just 4 points from the last 9 available, while division leaders the Celtics have, of course, taken 9 points from 9 in that time. So Bielsik's side have fallen off the pace, and it's a frantic pace at the top that the Celtics are setting. Now, you might remember the magazine event for the Enchanters for this week, where there's a bit of a split in the camp between the original players and the players that were brought in from Verdanos Valor, really, by the director of Blood Bowl, Jaspain de Garibaldi. Bielzik has opted to enforce strict discipline on his players, which basically means he's siding with the old guard, including Magic Montgomery. Mark Damon, the bodyguard, will miss this match, will not feature in the squad, amid rumours of a bust-up with the Enchanters' head coach.
Ooh, spicy.
Max Sanger misses out through injury. He has plenty of injuries, does young Max. For the Red Squigs, Old Root, the Treeman, Silwan Vandal, and Theron Oakshield, who are both linemen, they could miss out through injury. Bloodlines magazine has reported that the Elves could also take some, quote, supplements for this match, which means we may see some skills from them that we haven't already seen.
That's looking good. And from the chat, we can read that Bielzik is not considering benching Mark Damon for this game, but for the entire season. That's a big call.
He's not happy with him, but Bielzik has form for this. Remember, he got rid of Pascal Nakano, who was one of his bodyguards in the early part of the season, when he had a child. Went on paternity leave for a couple of weeks, missed a couple of games, never played for the Enchanters again. So Bielzik doesn't take any nonsense like parental rights or anything like that.
Player rights, parental rights, life rights, not considered.
Not for Mark Bielzik, thank you. So yeah, the Enchanters they've kind of stumbled in the last 2 games. They faced Vinscore Defiant first and lost that game 2-0. And that was sort of the start of the wheels coming off, as it was. Last week they played the Sartosa Deckhands. They went 1-0 up on the Deckhands drive. It was looking good for them. And then they just could not convert. So this week, we got some star players on the field.
Oh, hello. We have Wolf again, back.
Helmet for the Red Squigs. Puggy Bacon Breath makes his ZFL debut.
Nice.
And, the shoe-in for the ZFL MVP award this season. Morgan Dog is here.
Dear. Ball and Thorg is here. Morgan Ball. Or regular Morg.
Just regular Morg, I'm afraid. He doesn't have a ball and chain this time. I'm pretty sure this is the first time for Puggy.
Yeah, it's a first time for Puggy. I'm 100% sure of that.
let's have a look at the rosters for the two teams then, which features plenty of team value. Look at that number in the bottom right. 2-3-5-5. And they were the underdogs.
Is this a new record in the ZFL?
Well, no, because the Red Squigs are higher than that. Biff Tech, the Ogre, has block guards. Louis Tabard de Carcassonne has mighty blow guard. Zoltan Pepper, Lorenzo Dragoni are the other two bodyguards. Of course, as we said, Mark Damon misses out through bust up with the manager. Christoph Schiff. Enforced discipline, indeed. Christoph Schiff and Morten Oyer are linemen. Then Magic Montgomery, Lucas Albion, and Andrea Restrada are probably the 3 stars of the team. Hewitt Schiffer is the dirty player. Nicolas Carvalho Ferreira is the sole surviving rookie lineman. And we have Puggy Bacon Breath, who has Blodge, Nerves of Steel, and Halfling Luck. So he can choose to re-roll any single dice, excluding armor value, injury, or casualty roll. So he's got his own re-roll, basically.
I love to see Puggy here making his debut in the ZFL. Puggy is actually a nice cage diver himself.
There you go. Strength 3 halfling, of course. Truly the Harry Horsett of the Elite Division. Morgan Dog, you might have heard of him. He has Mighty Blow +2. He has block. He has the Ballista. Once per game, you may reroll a failed passing ability test done by Morgan Dog during a pass or throw teammate action. You don't see that a lot. Not his primary role in the team. Throwing things. Here's the Red Squigs. Rostin Amini, the War Dancer, has Mighty Blow Tackle. And then it's Swain, the Thrower. 2 catchers, Beatley Spriley and Bradford Dart. Old Root does make it to the game, so it looks like Recuperate has been used on the Treeman. He is movement 3. Riley Witherwit is block and kick. Silwan Vandal is block, sidestep, and mighty blow, which is an interesting combination. This is probably these supplements that the Red Squigs have taken, actually, come to think of it. Bob Rouse is dirty player with dodge. Graziano Zaitina is a dirty player. Darby Duffett is the team's star player, or on paper anyway. Juggernaut, Strip, and Frenzy on that War Dancer. Regan Mullen is the catcher who's scared of elves, but plays today thanks to Recuperate. Leoran Wildvine is a rare thing on this pitch, a rookie. Helmut Wolf is the chainsaw with Old Pro. Fleming Martins is the dirty player catcher with Dauntless and Stand Firm. Theron Oakshield has guard and sure hands. And Culdris Stream Walker walks into this stream with dodge step.
And this is a 16-player Wood Elf roster. And I think we've never seen this before.
It's a lot of Wood Elves. Enchanters also have a bribe, a assistant coach, which they might have had anyway, and all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. A wizard.
All rerolls, actually.
As well.
Nice.
Yeah, an extra reroll seems to be included in that too. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, please. Not a common view to see an impenetrability team with 2 ogres on the pitch. Although one of them is a bit less good than the other.
Very short kick and a timeout. It's very common, the timeout in the ZFL at the moment. We're speed running to the end of the season. Opening blocks, just push skull for the Red Squigs at the moment.
Christoph Schoff holding the line very, very well.
Darby Duffett here. Oh, we are putting Spriley into scoring range.
Oh my goodness!
We can't find the knockdown. We are really struggling to find the knockdown. Triple push.
Yeah, we are. How many dies without finding a single knockdown? 3, 2, 2, 2. There's going to be another 2 here.
Are we going for a 1 turn here? That's a double skull.
Not like that. Much more like, oh, come on. It's going to be a foul.
This has genuinely been an astonishingly bad set of opening turn dice for the Red Squigs. And that's a 1 on the pickup. And Cloudsley Swain gets it on the reroll. He's going to make this pass not to Spriley, to Dart. We are bailing out of this one-turn attempt.
It was a very risky one-turn attempt.
It would technically have been a two-turn.
Zones.
Here comes Morg, going for Darby Duffett. No, going for Graziano Zaitina instead. With the 3 dice block, Morg gets the break. There's a surprise, and Morg gets a KO to open proceedings.
I think we're going to see this kind of play many times this game. Sadly for us, it leaves, or it relegates Magic Montgomery to a secondary role this game, because he's not going to be the main blitzer.
Dodge from Roston Amini as we try to find a gap in the screen on the left-hand side. That is good enough against you at Schiffer. And the ball can move through.
Espermetal showing its properties. No breaks for the Squigs so far.
Tree has taken root. Spriley's kind of in the way of where Bradford Dart wants to go here. Although the catch is fast enough that it's not much of a problem. We might need to do something about that gap in the cage.
Yeah, this is not the cage right now.
I'm assuming the dirty player is going to come across to make a foul and cover this. Yep, going to be a 2-assist foul. No break, no send-off. Fireball comes in, dead! Bradford Dart! Dead! From the fireball.
My goodness! Well, make fire fall from the sky, I guess. What a wizard.
No Apo attempt either.
Well, that is gone for now.
Huge opening to this game. Restrada's going to try and break into the cage to get a hold of the ball, or what's left of the cage. It'll be Albion, actually, who might go in there to retrieve that. Morg is going to run forwards. And the Enchanters have made a blinding start to this game. The Apo was on the KO. On Roston Amini, the war dancer on the floor.
Oh my goodness. Was it before or after the death? We could not see
the death was first, I think.
Oh dear.
Or was the KO first? That's that turn.
Yeah, all these dies,
yeah,
right?
Dart's, the fireball hit first. Dart's casualty dead was first, and then Amini was afterwards, by the looks of it. Oh. Lucas Albion's going to try to make the pass, presumably to Magic Montgomery. He has snaked the pickup, though. That might give a chance.
Albion.
Because Swain up there is in scoring range. Immediate last reroll used. There's a knockdown from Bob Rouse on Zoltan Pepper. All the rerolls are gone.
Yeah, there are a lot of tackle zones in there. So there's going to be maybe a lead play somewhere.
Going to be a pickup attempt from Darby Duffett. Going to make his way to handoff to BT Spriley. And that's as good as we can do. We're just going to hope we can believe in the dodge step. As Biff Tech takes down Sylvan Vandal.
Squigs really... Oh my goodness. It's under break and a KO. The Squigs really need to score in here. They are under a lot of pressure.
Enchanters should be able to break through this setup. They might even be considering a convoluted surf play. Magic Montgomery's going to go for the ball instead. Can Montgomery fight the sack? No!
Ooh, spicy.
Magic Montgomery fails to find the sack on BT Spriley. Restrada gets the knockdown on Swain. And that's going to cover Spriley off from the front. Albion's coming in to form part of that screen as well. And there's going to be a foul from Schiffer onto Roston Amini. Apo has been used.
Ooh, Amini's out for the game.
Ref's going to call it, but that might be a good trade. There is a bribe. Oh no, the argued call fails. Bielsic is sent off. We can't use the bribe.
Bielsic is out of the game. Is this the moment?
Darby Duffett gets the knockdown.
Nice one die.
And Spriley's going to just run all the way through and score. Who cares about a screen? BT Spriley gives the Whitepeak Red Squigs the lead.
Well, with the death of Dart, I guess that Spriley is taking the lead in terms of offense for the Squigs.
Well, it's about time, really, that Spriley did something like that. He's really underperformed this season. A lot of expectation on that catcher coming into the season, but hasn't worked out so far. Neither of those KOs came back. And by the looks of it, we're probably going to see Puggy onto the field. Tree and a thrower on the LOS here.
The thrower being considered disposable. Or maybe it's a good training for him in the LOS. Nobody wants to make friends with the tree though.
Cheering fans gives the tackle skill to Christoph Scherf. Not bad. Going to be a 3 dice from Biff Tech to begin the drive. Takes down Wildvine. Armor break from Biff Tech.
Oh,
and another one's gone. It's 5 removals, 3 injuries and 2 KOs. And one of those injuries is dead, of course. Magic Montgomery following up on Swain. And that one's a stun. Here goes Morg. Looking for the hit on the catcher. And Morg gets the break and a KO. What a 6 on Fleming Martins.
Oh dear, Mighty Blow +2 is very strong. And we have indeed Puggy on the pitch.
Lucas Albion's going to make the pickup, has the ball. And the Enchanter's not going to get forward quickly. Puggy with his cape. Making his way through. And there's going to be a foul from Morton Oyer. Finds the KO, and the referee doesn't think anything of it.
That's an opening turn from the Enchanters. Have seen one.
Immediate tree blitz. Oh, as we try to break tackle onto the ball, it fails. I don't think break tackle works like it used to.
No, it does not. It's a +2 for the tree now. It was a -2 because of tackle zones. It was a 5+.
Yeah, that strikes me as... I thought break tackle worked like it used to, and it doesn't. Because in the olden days, that would have been, what, a 2+ for the tree to dodge onto the ball carrier there? And, yeah, it doesn't work like that. It's not... It's weird break tackle. Like, it's not really worse. It's just good on different players now. Like, it's much better on gutter runners than it is on high-strength players. Players that want to dodge like break tackle.
Elves love break tackle.
Yeah. Armor break on Spriley from Magic Montgomery.
Oh my goodness. And it's more coming here now.
That's 8 removals?
That's the full Squigs. The Squigs going the Ranger way. And more producing yet another POW.
Could be 9. It's only a stun. In fact, Morg has probably underperformed compared to expectations so far. Pass from Albion.
Oh, there's a pass.
And the catch is bad. We've dropped it.
Oh, Restrada dropped it.
Is there a chance for the Squigs? I'm not sure. There's not many of them, and there's not an easy path to the ball.
But it's a Wood Elf team, and if somebody can do magic, it's them. Here comes the Blitz. They have no riddles neither. It's going to be difficult.
Gets the knockdown. And Reagan Mullen is going to be the one to come all the way around and try this. Doesn't have sprint, of course, so can only base the ball. Failed dodge from Streamwalker.
Tackle, good skill. Actually, double tackle.
Looks like the blitz might be on Darby Duffett or Regan Mullen here. Going to be Regan Mullen. Magic Montgomery finds the knockdown on the catcher. You see that we're looking to cage the elves rather than cage the ball. Just a push from Biff Tech. That's more on form, but he does push him into Morg. Doing all of this without picking the ball up. And there's the POW from Lorenzo Dragoni.
It had to be Dragoni finally bringing Bobrus down.
Albion has it.
Not safe.
Not super safe. Yeah, the War Dancer will fancy that. Derby Duffett. It's a skull.
Oh.
And that
was a trap.
Won't do it.
It was a trap.
Enchanter's taken some blocks first. They've got 3 rerolls to burn, so they kind of might as well. There's no one to blitz, actually. So it's, do you commit to a foul on the War Dancer before scoring here? Feels fairly spicy. You do have the bribe.
You have the bribe.
Who do you foul with? Puggy?
Oh, is it going to be Puggy?
Puggy with the foul on Derby Duffett? No, it's going to be Morton Oyer. Oyer with the foul, and it's a stun. But Lucas Albion is going to level this up. Easy as you like for the Enchanters when there are barely any Wood Elves on the pitch.
Is Albion bringing a sword to the game?
Feels weird to say the Enchanters have been quite weak in the fouling game when they've removed 8 or 9 players in the first half. It's a strange one. Like, Morg has kind of underperformed. KOs and a couple of stuns. Only a couple of KOs coming back, so it's going to be all uphill for the Whitepeak Red Squigs here. Enchanters looking good going into the second half.
They're going to be down to 10, actually.
And Helmut Wolf comes up the field. Reroll for the Squigs will be very well received. Maybe a blitz to open up from Morgan Thorg, who finds the POW.
Fat POW.
On Fleming Martins, and Morg finds a stun again. Come on, Morg.
Running out of powder, Morgan Thorg.
He's been overplayed.
Ooh, look at this. Yeah, he's getting a bit lazy.
Biff Tech finds the POW, and a head injury.
Oh my goodness. Biff Tech is punching today like he's not done in the entire season. Wow, actually. Second casualty for the Ogre.
Clearly inspired by having Morgan Thorg alongside him.
Showing Morg how it's done, eh? No passing play. First pickup is bad. Second pickup is also bad. Ooh.
Albion is prone to that, isn't he? And that ball is on the floor.
Albion Butterfingers.
Right, that is a really useful knockdown on Biff Tech. Because that is the way we can open up a path to stream through with some elves. Regan Mullen is on the way to put some pressure on. You would think it's going to be Derby Duffett. Finds the knockdown on Morton Oyer. Juggernaut means we can follow up as well, and Duffett is going to go right through to threaten the ball. There's going to be a foul as well from Helmut Wolf on Biff Tech.
Oh, foul is good.
He used Old Pro. It's a stun. So a little bit of pressure on the ball from the Red Squigs here.
Puggy. Actually, I think it's not the cape from Puggy, it's his scarf. But back go several players from the Enchanters trying to protect the ball from a potential Wood Elf invasion.
Armor break from Magic Montgomery, and that is a dislocated shoulder. Ooh. A strength bust on the guard.
Oakenshield is going to suffer that from
another one's gone. Broken arm. Shuff with the casualty on Vandal this time. This sideline is racking up with elves. Albion has it. And there's going to be a blitz from Morg onto Regan Mullen.
From downtown, not producing the knockdown.
Disappointing, to say the least.
I think there's a way for for the Woodles to find.
Here goes Regan Mullen.
Makes it.
And if we can base up in there, there's going to be a 2 dice. It's all the reroll. Oh, no, he snaked it.
Oh, it's a snake.
Bob Rouse snakes it. And that might be the only chance gone.
It was an amazing chance.
Albion takes the block. We're going to try and surf Mullen. Andrea Restrada is going to try and get that done. 1 in 9. Uses the reroll. 1 in 9.
Oh, 1 in 81. Still produces a knockdown.
You
KO.
always see it. You always see it. The pseudo surf always happens.
Pseudo surf.
Always happens. Pow from Louis Tabard on Darby Duffett.
Who are you fouling now?
Well, that might be the foul target, Duffett.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's a star war dance for the team right there. Might be changing plans. No, we're going to foul Darby Duffett with Morton. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's dead!
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Darby Duffett's dead.
My goodness. What a game.
And the bribe fails.
Well, it was too obvious, right? There is no amount of gold that can pay for that.
This is quite a sight. Oh, okay. We're going to foul again, and we still get the stun.
Oh, my goodness.
There is an attempt on the ball here from Bob Rouse, but didn't use the reroll.
It was straight away a 1 after rolling 1 with the 3. It's not been a good game for the Squigs. And I think that is an euphemism.
Oh, they've rolled so many 1s, except on their own armor, where everyone's dead.
Wait, there's going to be more. More going for Helmut.
The weird thing about this is you would look at this casualty box and see Morgan Thorg on the pitch and think, well, you know, Morg's too strong. You need to stop him, really. Morg hasn't done a single one of them. A couple of KOs, maybe. The casualties have been none of his doing. He's about to casualty someone now, but it's going to be Helmut Wolf, so it'll be fine.
Perfect.
No, it's a stun. It's a stun from Morg. Textbook. Chance to take him out. Old Root, the treeman. Does take Root. There's a dirty player foul available. We're going for Biff Tech instead. Doesn't even break armor.
And that's it, because there are no more Squigs remaining on the pitch. What a massacre. What a massacre.
Morg's going to go for the tree now.
The tree is not going anywhere. But that may give him a chance to punch Biff Tech in the next turn.
There's just nothing to say about this, is there? Just the Enchanters are going to win.
But this is an easy score for...
Going to be a pass from Lucas Albion. Unless Albion stops it up.
Well, I mean...
Zoltan Pepper has it. Catch was good second time around.
Albion.
No foul. Some mercy being shown. We're going to see a blitz from Helmut Wolf. Can he take down Morg? No, he's chainsawed himself in the face and knocked himself out because they rolled, would you believe it, more 1s.
Morg won. The chainsaw contest.
Morg does get the knockdown on Old Root this time. Oh, my word.
Goodness.
The tree with an armor bust. There's a KO.
I'm wondering if Recuperate is now finding...
I can't fit them all on the screen.
Here comes Montgomery. He had smelled blood earlier in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, smelled it again.
Yeah.
What? Is this a new record in the ZFL?
I mean, let's be frank here. We have breezed through a 16-player roster as Imperial Nobility. Like, this wasn't even hard work.
No,
and Morg's only done one of them, which was the tree.
I think he produced one earlier, but I'm not 100% sure.
There was a couple of KOs.
And, we are going for the pitch clear. That's clear.
I mean, what can you even say? Puggy, we haven't even seen anything from him apart from his glorious little bandana cape thing. Oh, a leap over.
Look at this.
We're showboating now. Restrada jumping over the prone. There's going to be a foul.
Oh, that was painful. And a nice first plane.
Zoltan Pepper runs it in. And the Enchanters are back to winning ways.
Some people in chat suggesting renaming the Squigs. The Rib Squigs, the Dead Squigs. I'm not sure.
The Whitepeak Dead Squigs is quite good.
Look at this. This is the Dead Squigs.
Oh, my word.
Do they have players?
No, they don't have a single player. No, they have two players. They have two dirty players, as it were. Helmut Wolf was sent off amongst all of this. And what happened here is that Razta inadvertently conceded the game on the legal concede because the KO rolls, they got 1 out of 5. And we'll check the stats on this in the end, because to say that the Red Squigs dice were abhorrent would be an understatement.
Obscenely abhorrent, I would say.
Enchanters win 2-1.
Oh, Spriley got the MVP.
Well, you know, he did score. Fair enough. Biff Tech has stand firm now. That is a lot of SPP. What's that? 12, 16, 19, 21 SPP for the Enchanters.
Not counting Morgan Thorpe. Oh my goodness.
KO results sustained 8-0.
Wait. It's 30 blocks.
Oh, 30 blocks, yeah.
3-0 for the Enchanters. To remove a whole 16 roster from the Squigs.
Every time there was a punch of any description.
30 blocks, 21 injuries, 8 casualties, and I don't know.
Well, you know what? I'll give you the fouls, right? Because fouls obviously count as armor breaks as well. If you include blocks and fouls, there was 35. And we removed, bar one, who we got a stun on, a 16-player roster.
This is a massacre.
Where's these KO rolls?
Absolute massacre. Oh
Number of stuns inflicted, 6.
6 out of 21. Not bad.
Out of 21 armor breaks, only 6 of them were stuns.
8 were injuries, 7 were chaos, 6 were stuns.
And remember that first turn, as Air40 says in chat, remember that first turn of the game from the Squigs where they could not roll anything other than push skull?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, they managed to score 1-0 late in the half. Not late enough to avoid the counter score from the Enchanters.
This is my favorite stat.
But turns.
Turns.
14 into 15 into... But this is a bit stupid because the Squigs played only 14. Actually, this is true.
Yeah, they only played 14 turns.
After the riots and the accidental concede.
So that sort of makes it even worse that all of that happened not even in a full 16-turn game because we had a timeout at the start. Absolutely bonkers. Good win for the Espernon Enchanters, nonetheless.
And a lot of damage for the Squigs. This is the Whitepeak Dead Squigs now.
I mean, it might need another million gold to replace this.
This is the team who spent the biggest amount of gold to rebuild the squad just a few rounds ago.
Yeah.
And they came up with a really strong squad.
Mm-hmm. Well, they went into the game at 2,365 team value. So don't say that playing... Someone tells me that Blood Bowl over TV 1,700 is unplayable. The team that came into the game at 1,500 did that against the team that was 2,300. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the Enchanters are still in the race, I guess.
Yes, they are. And then some.
They very much are, indeed. So not maybe not a great game for them in terms of touchdown differential, but they will take the 3 points every day. And a good rack of SPP, definitely.
Yeah, it gets their season back on track a little bit, and they'll be hoping that the Tall Ethanol Rangers can do them a favour in next week's show. Because, of course, the last 2 games of the season for the Enchanters are against the Quicks and the Celtics. I believe their next game might be against the Royals. It is. So their 3 remaining games are the Royals, who are bottom of the table as it stands, so they'll fancy a result there. And then it's against the Quicks, who are a title rival, and the Celtics, the final game of the season. Has the fixture list done it again?